So students, let me introduce Italian scientist Alessandro Volta. He constructed the first electric cell, and the unit of potential difference is named volt in his honor. Okay, so this scientist is very famous in making this Volta simple electric cell. You can see here the cell. Okay, so he made this cell, and today we can use this cell for many purposes. Simple electric cell. So that is called as Volta simple electric cell. Okay. So you know the unit of potential difference is volt. That is kept in his honor. Okay. Now let us see how the current flows through the wire. Just now I explained about free electrons. So all these you can see over here are free electrons. You can see the alphabet E. So what is that? E stands for electrons. And the arrow shows the direction. Now it is random motion. Random motion means what, students? What is the meaning of random motion? Anyone? Moving anywhere. Very good, Soumya. It goes anywhere. Very good, Aryan. So you know the meaning of random motion. Okay. Now what you can see in the figure, that if a conducting wire is not connected to a cell. Listen very carefully, students. Suppose if you are not connecting any conducting wire to the cell, what happens to its free electron? Can you guess where it will move? Yes, students, give the answers. Yes, random. Very good, very good. It will move randomly. That means in all directions. Okay, in the space between the atoms. It will keep on moving between the space available. But as soon as we connect the ends of the wire to the two terminals of a cell, what happens? Electric force acts on the electrons. Okay, so being negatively charged, what they do? They start moving from negative terminal, which is at the lower potential, to the positive terminal of the cell. Okay, very good, Aditi. That means in one direction. Very good. Okay, so here you can see in my next diagram how the electrons are moving. Can you see the arrows, students? Now here what is done? We have connected it to a cell, electric cell. Okay, so let us connect first. I will show you how what we have done here. So when I'm connecting it to the electric cell, what happens to these electrons and how the flow of electrons will be? It will be in a one direction. The same direction all the electrons are moving. So from here, if we are connecting a cell, okay, this long line shows positive terminal and this small line shows negative terminal. Okay, so in this way we are connected a cell. Okay, so this is positive terminal and this is negative terminal. Okay, so now here what happens? The motion of the electrons is in a straight line. So being negatively charged, they start moving from where? From the lower potential to the higher potential. That means from negative terminal to the positive terminal of the cell, as I shown in this diagram. Correct? So due to this flow of electrons, current starts to flow through the wire. Now what is happening? Electric current is flowing through the wire. So this motion of electrons is irregular, but there is a definite non-zero value to their average velocity. Okay, so motion of electrons after applying a potential difference to the two ends of the wire, how it is? It is in the straight direction. That means direction of flow of electrons is similar towards one direction. So I hope how the current is flowing through the wire is very much understood by all the students. Yes. Okay, so now I'm going to start the next topic. Okay. Okay, it's very easy. Soumya, for you, it's very easy. Some students are saying it's very easy. Good. That means you understood very well. Okay. Now, next is about electric current. What is electric current? Now, here we are learning about the definition of electric current. Okay. So, an electric current is the flow of electrons through a conductor. So what you can say, the electrons are flowing through a conductor. Just now you have seen in this diagram how the electrons are flowing in a conductor. This was a conductor which I shown you where the electrons are flowing. And how the electrons are flowing in one direction because they are connected to a cell, electric cell, right? So when electrons are flowing in one direction, what we call it as electric current. So how you can define electric current? Electric current is the flow of electrons through a conductor. So quantitatively, current I is defined as the charge passing through a conductor in unit time. Okay, students. So what is I? I means what? Electric current. Okay. So I is defined as what? The charge passing through a conductor in unit time. Okay. That is Q upon T. I is equal to Q upon T. Now I'll show you the formula of electric current. If Q is a charge flowing through the cross section of a conductor in time T, then I is equal to Q upon T. So all of you can see in my screen the formula I is equal to Q upon T. Yes, students, once again, all of you have to participate. Write the answers in the chat box. What is I? What is Q? And what is T? Yes, good, Shamli. I is denoted for electric current. Q is for what? Charge. Very good, Ayushi. Q stands for charge. And what is T standing for? Yes, time taken. Very good. So you all know, you should remember this formula. Okay. Now the unit of charge. What is the unit of charge? Anybody knows? What is the unit of charge? Coulomb. Very good, Bhakti. The unit of charge is coulomb. Like we are saying, the unit of length is meters, kilometers, centimeters. Similarly, what is the unit of charge? Charge is measured in coulomb. C. You can write capital letter C. Okay. And the current is expressed in ampere. What is the unit of current, students? Ampere. You can denote it by the alphabet, capital letter A. Okay. And the charge of one electron is how much? It is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. So unit of charge, once again I'm repeating, listen carefully. The unit of charge in SI unit is coulomb. C. Current is expressed in ampere A. The charge of one electron is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb. Okay, so one electron contains how much charge? One electron is having 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulomb charge. Okay, so all these things are important points. You should remember it. Take the screenshot and keep it, or mark in your textbook and keep it. Okay. And what is ampere? How you can define an ampere? 1 ampere current is said to flow in a conductor if 1 coulomb charge flows through it in every second. That means what? 1A equal to 1C upon 1S. Yes, students? So we have taken Q as what? Coulomb. Coulomb, no? Charge is measured in what? Coulomb. So I have written, I will say that 1A equal to 1C upon time is taken in seconds. So 1S. So how we can define ampere? Ampere means 1 ampere current is said to flow in a conductor if 1 coulomb charge flows through every second. Okay. So current will, 1 ampere current is equivalent to 1 coulomb of charge flowing every second. That is the difference between current and charge. I hope the concept is clear to all of you. Okay. So here we learned the definition of electric current. What are the units of electric current, electric charge, etc. Now we are moving towards the unit ampere. Okay. Introduction to the scientist, French mathematician and scientist Ampere. How the name ampere came, students? Why we call that the unit of electric current is ampere? Because of this French mathematician and scientist Ampere, who conducted number of experiments on electricity. Okay, so today we can measure the current flowing in a conductor only because of his extraordinary work. Right? So the unit of current is called ampere in recognition of his great work. So that is about the scientist Ampere. Now we are moving to the next example, solved example. Now here we are using this formula. So that's why I taken this example for you all students. It's very simple. Okay. So just attend carefully. I will read the question for you all. Okay. Afterwards, we are going to solve it. Okay. So a current of 0.4 ampere flows through a conductor for 5 minutes. How much charge would have passed through the conductor? Okay, so here what is given? I is given, because I is what? Anybody? What is I? Yes, current. Very good, Soumya. So I equal to 0.4 amperes. From the question, you have to write down. T is given. How much? T is the time. So what is given in the question? 5 minutes. Can we take minutes directly, students? No. So we have need conversion, because we are measuring the measuring in seconds. We have to measure in seconds. Yes, no? 1 ampere is how much? 1 coulomb upon 1 second. Just now you have studied it. So 5 minutes is how many seconds? 5 into 60 seconds. Because 1 minute is 60 seconds. So 5 minutes is 5 into 60 seconds. So that will be how much? 300 seconds. Okay. Now let us apply the formula. The formula just now I told you what is I. I is equal to Q upon T. So what will be Q, students? Q is equal to, you have to cross multiply, that is I into T. Okay. So Q is equal to I into T. That is 0.4 amperes into 300 seconds. So what will be the answer? When you will solve it, you will get it as 120 coulombs. So what is the charge passing through the conductor? It is just 120 coulombs. So this way we have calculated how much charge is passing through the conductor. Okay. Yes, Aditya Salve, write. If anything you want to ask, write in the chat box.